Hey guys, what's going on? What's up? I'm back. I'm going to try to do a little video showing my mug. It's been a while, so I hope I don't scare you guys. I'm going to do a little unboxing of some stuff I picked up on the cheap. Shout out to Sega Man, like he likes to say, and some not too cheap just because due to circumstances, right? It's been a while. I've been dealing with some health issues, but trying to get better. Got good news, obviously. Uh, from my spirit, you can probably see that. Um, but the show must go on, we must fight the good fight and hope for the best, as best we can. Uh, Rocking out my new, what is it, a Cuphead watch. Gift from one of my kids, which I think is pretty cool. Uh, More merch, shout outs, hashtag more Cuphead merch. Matter of fact, it should be shout outs more Super Lucky Steals merch. So this video is going to be a little, basically what I pickup video, in the same style as as my boy Sega Man, because he, like I said, he's inspired me to do some other different stuff, which I think is cool. I think it's fun. I mean, it's not for everyone, but as long as it pertains to pop culture, collecting, video games, movies, I think it's fitting, especially for someone like myself and my channel. So I hope you have fun. Let's get started. First and foremost, I'll start off with some movies I picked up. Obviously, the new one that we just popped out here, we got Ready Player One. I did pick it up on 4K. Really nice cover. Really nice cover. It has the HDR support, obviously. Here's the back, and beautiful slip, like most 4K do comes. Which was the same way that Blu-rays came at one point, and even HDs. If I'm not mistaken, video game related movie, pop culture related movie. So I heard a lot of good things. Steven Spielberg directed it. He went back to his old school style with adventures and action and storytelling, which he hasn't done in a while. It's based off a book, which the sequel is supposed to be Ready Player 2, which I believe he's going to work on as well once the guy finishes writing the book. I saw it. Very good movie. Very good. Very entertaining. Good family movie. So if you guys didn't know it was out, look for it. Of course, I can tell you guys I like fitting physical medium because, if we don't have bandwidth, I don't have the internet, I like having access to all my things. And if I can't download it due to lack of space or for whatever other reason, because satellites go down, bad storm, whatever the case may be, I don't like feeling that I can't control what I own. And I'm a firm believer in that. Even though I do understand why a lot of people are so fond and love, digital medium, because it's very convenient. Let's be honest, it is. It has a lot of pros, but that one con is a big con to me, especially if you lose, people lose the rights to, like, certain licenses and things like that. Certain things you can't play them anymore. Like the Voltron video game on the Xbox 360, due to the fact that they got picked up by Netflix and DreamWorks. They don't have the license anymore, and the game was put out by a different person that owned it at the time. And you can't access it. Thank God I can, because I bought it, and that's the way the 360 arcade marketplace was designed. But that's not the case with most games now, with the digital rights management, which is the DRM. So let's get moving. Next thing I picked up is from Crunchyroll. The continuing saga. It's coming in kind of dark, of the story of Berserk. This is season 1. Beautiful cover, slip cover, obviously, as you can see. This is only available on Blu-ray, and the reason why I was able, I don't know if you guys will be able to see it there. It's just because it's coming in kind of. Oh no! Here's the back. The continuous story of the first, manga inspired, obviously, series from Japan. That was from the early 80s, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Then that was made into a more modernized movie in 3 movie parts. An arc that's actually, you can watch it on Netflix. One of my favorite animes of all time, if not the best that I've ever seen. for so many reasons. We can go for hours and hours and talk about it. Which I'm giving a shout out to Big J Long 908 because I was supposed to do a stream with him on the PS4, and we didn't get to do it. But I think I'm gonna try to do it either tonight or if not tonight, maybe sometime this weekend. It depends on his scheduling, of course. To talk about it on the PlayStation Network. Oh my God! Or via PlayStation 4, which a lot of people find it weird because the game's only available on PlayStation, for whatever reason. And it's the reason I picked it up was because the FYE's in my area. There's one. It's going out of business, so it had a 70% off sale. This movie, this compilation collection for season 1 actually goes for, I believe, the real price, suggested price for retail, is about $67, $67.99. So $70 when it's all said and done with tax. I got it for about $27. So I couldn't pass it up. I had to pick it up because I have everything Berserk to this point, as far as movie form and animated form. Then I kind of got real good deal with a coupon and a trade-in, and I upgraded. Here I picked up the Dragon's Crown for PlayStation 4, which is also an exclusive that was on the PlayStation 3. It's a tin, it's a tin can, which is really nice with the artwork, as you guys can see there. And here's the back. And this is originally was released, I believe, at a $50 price point, or here's the disc at a $50 price point, or it might have been $60. And basically, it was used, and with the PowerPoints reward and trade-in and Pro Elite, which I have, because for me it's beneficial. I paid only $9, and I upgraded it from the one I had on my PS3, because I figured why not? Better have the best version, because they don't have backwards compatibility. Let's be real. And it sucks because I still had to put out of pocket instead of being able to just play the one I own. But since there's only one game, I figured what the heck. It is what it is. So for the PlayStation 4, I upgraded to the Dragon's Crown on PS4, which is by Atlas, which is owned by Sega, or they have a partnership. So I don't know why it never came out to the Xbox One. Next, I got this. Is a hidden gem on the Wii U called Deadly Creatures. Plays very well. Beautiful graphics. It's about, I believe, Billy Bob Thornton and I forgot who else. There's another big actor as well that do the voiceovers for the game. And basically, it's about dangerous animals that are in the desert. And you control half of the game. You are a spider, I believe. And then another half of the game, I believe you're like a scorpion. And it has a story and everything. Really cool. Very unique. Very original. By THQ, as you see there. This game in the market right now goes from a pretty hefty price, between $35. Sometimes I've seen it as far as, or as high as $50. And believe it or not, I got it in my local GameStop for $2.99. So, pretty good on the cheap. And I just couldn't pass it up because I didn't own it. I, never went to it because it was always pricey. Another game I had to re-get because I got it and I had traded it and I said I would go back is the Sonic Colors, which is the best Sonic game on the Wii, console and Nintendo in general. They did one also for the DS, which was also excellent, but more 2D style. This was 3D, 2D mixed together. This was also a pretty good price. I got this for $8. Very decent and pretty good condition with the manual. So I picked it up because I like owning the best Sonics. I have Sonic Generation, but again, the beautiful thing with that is I can play it via backwards compatible on Xbox One in 4K, and the game is one of the best Sonics from last generation, obviously, along with Sonic Colors. My next game that I picked up, and this I got also very on the cheap, is Astro Boy for the Wii U. And it's in a 2D format with 3D backdrops and 3D character models. It's in the same style and vein as the one for that's the back of the 3DS. It's an action platformer 2D style, but with some elements of shooting as well and fighting. And this only costs a whopping $3.99. So I have the one for PlayStation 2 still, which I said was a very good game that was underrated. And this was brought out by 3D publishers. They brought it out. So I picked that up for the Wii. Because I still can play it. Again, with a nice feature called Backwards Compat on my Wii U. That's why I haven't switched to the Switch. Because you can't play anything backwards compat. And, not even your digital stuff, which is, I think, very anti-consumer. Next game I have, which I got also for $2, $1.99, is the first Red Steel. Which the gameplay is a lot better with the True Motion Plus, which I think that was one of the biggest downfalls for the Wii. It was the controller and how you had to buy chargeable batteries and accessories, but they were always aftermarket and not proprietary from Nintendo. So a lot of the stuff wouldn't last you. It would break down if you didn't use it for a while without even using it. It just was for sitting there inside your bag or your closet, wherever you store your stuff, and you go back to it and it wouldn't work. It was in excellent condition. Here's the got it from GameStop also, and it was $1.99. So I picked that up. Then I got these. I got online. This I got for $10, but it's in very good condition also, and that's what I said before. One of the better games on the PlayStation, Little Gems, called Chaos Legion. It's a hack and slash, and it was published by Capcom. I don't know if Capcom developed it, which I think they did. I'm almost 100% sure that they did develop the game. Nonetheless, this game usually goes now for about $35 in the aftermarket because it's been many, many years. This is a PS2 game, obviously. We're talking about 3 generations back. And a lot of the PlayStation 2 games now at this point, because they're getting harder and harder, I guess, to find and get, are more sought after. But I had the privilege to pick it up, and I got it. I made an offer, and I got it for $10. So I said, all right. I took the dive before it gets even more extremely high, because I wanted it in my collection, and I said that in the video that I showed my my PlayStation collection, and I never got back to it. Yeah, that's a nice cover though. And the dude looks like this. He's pretty badass. Or pretty badass looking. Then another hidden gem that I said that was one of the better PlayStation games that a lot of people didn't play, and this is by Taito, and Red Entertainment, I believe, is the publisher, and that's Bujin Gai. It's BUGINGAI. And this game, by the cover, you'd be like, oh, that looks pretty boring. That's not really cool. And here goes some of the characters. But this actually is a wonderful, wonderful hack and slash. There's the look of the main character. And it plays really, really, really well. Very phenomenal. I beat it back then. I always wanted to add it back onto my library, but never really had the chance to get a good copy. And I actually got this copy for $13, and it's very pristine. The guy took very good care of it. The disc is in good shape, and so I had to get it to add it before it got ridiculous. Because if you look at it most of the time in the aftermarket, like eBay or Amazon, it goes for like 40 and 50. At least that's what I've seen it for. So, I had to pick it up. And I felt lucky because I got a good price on it. Another thing is that I picked up, or with my son, and we got it for dirt cheap too. It was like $3. Is Vin Diesel's The Wheelman. One of his first projects in video games, along with with the Escape from Butcher Bay on OG, and the re-release obviously on 360. that he did with Ubisoft. It's actually a cool game. I never got to really beat it. I did play it a little bit, and it was fun. It was good. It did some cool stuff. It had a good idea. But my son really liked it. He enjoyed it. I believe he even beat the game. So, yeah, I say, hey, why not? It's part of the library. It's always good if it goes backwards compat. We have it. We can always play it. So Vin Diesel's the Wheelman. I think it's great. I think it's phenomenal, actually. And give me a sec. It was cheap. So I'm not going to argue with getting a decent game or good games for cheap. Now, this game is not cheap. Okay? This game is not cheap. All right? But I kind of feel a little lowballed also at the same time. Because I made it, they got offered to the guy. The guy made it seem like a game was only a little bit kind of messed up in the surface. But when I got the disc, I guess his definition of something not being in really, really bad shape, I guess, is a different definition than what I considered kind of bad. Because the disc the scratches on it are, for me, I was like, wow, I would have never bought it if I would have known that. But not to go through the trouble of sending it back, I was like, you know what, I'll just keep it because it did work. It does work. And everything else was in good shape. It's just the disc. I don't know what happened, but it does work. So, and I made an offer, and I got it for $13. And it usually goes for 30, 35, even 50. And that is the Visceral game. Same guys who did Dead Space. And did a lot of other stuff that is phenomenal work. And like Hardline, Battlefield. And it's The Simpsons, the game. Which on the 360 is very expensive. It's from EA, very sought after. It's an action platformer. Here's the back. Graphically, it still holds very well. Here's the inside. Like I said, the paper and all that stuff is pretty good. The disc is just like, oof. For me, anyway, It works, but I don't know if you guys can see it or not. It has a scratch there that really is kind of deep, and it scares me because I hope it doesn't affect it later on. I have special cleaning agents that I have and kits that I can fix and clean my disc. So I, give it the treatment and try to be as meticulous and particular as possible to make sure that I take care of it the best I can. Because I know some of this stuff is damn near hard to, irreplaceable at the price that I'm getting it at this moment. And I used to own it, but I got rid of it because I needed the money. And I've said that many times. I lost a lot of things I don't have because I needed the money and I had to go back and I wanted to get other stuff. So I had to basically upgrade. And you know how it is, guys. And then the last but not least, for the moment, I also picked up a game by Codemasters. Okay, it was published at the time. This game had a lot of potential, but it was really not a great game. It was just, the setting was pretty dope. It was pretty cool. But nonetheless, it was $2 or $3, I think it was. So I picked it up again. I had it. I owned it. I beat it way back when. And that's Damnation. As you see there, that's the main character. See how it says Codemasters. Here's the back. I don't know if you can see the pictures. They're probably not going to come in right. For some reason, this camera is not zooming in or not. But anyway, so Damnation is one of the first games that came out within the first 3 years of the 360. It's not, I can't lie, I can't even say it's an average game because I felt that it was really underwhelming. But I enjoyed it, if that makes any sense. You know how sometimes you play something, even though you know deep down inside from your experience with video games that the polish is not there, the quality control is not there, or even the production value, right? But the thing is, it did had good quality as far as playing. Like it didn't crash, it wouldn't freeze. It worked. I don't remember it was in 60 frames or 30 because I played it. Like I said, it was like within the first 2 to 3 years of the 360 cycle when it first came out. But nonetheless, for $3, I figured what the heck, it is in solid condition too. Here's the disc. So we picked it up and added to the library. And what the heck, if it ever goes backwards compat, we can revisit it. I can do maybe a showcase and play it on my channel, like I've been trying to do recently with a lot of older games that I enjoyed that people might not ever played or maybe didn't even know existed on those platforms or respected platforms. So guys, I have one more thing show you guys real quick. I also picked up, I might do a review on it, I don't know, which is the NECA 6-inch line Crash Bandicoot. As you see here, fully articulated. It has about maybe, I think it's 20 points, maybe 24. Yeah, see, is NECA. This is actually available in GameStop. You can go to their website and I think order it right from there and have it shipped to any store if you want it to go to your local store, or even delivered to your house. And they're having a sale this week for Anime Week. And if you want, I believe that it's only like $14 or $12.99. Usually, original price, retail price is about $19.99. They're doing a Spiral also, which is going to be revealed soon, because I think it's going to come out shortly after, or maybe a little while after, maybe by Toy Fair next year. After the game, because they remastered it, that's why they brought this back out. So yeah, from and even his eyebrows move, the articulation. I think it's dope figure. It's pretty cool. Plus, it's video game related. I hope they do more. I wish Microsoft did more stuff with NECA because they do better quality than in my opinion, than McFarlane at this point. Because McFarlane doesn't. He has a real knack for the sculpt, and he doesn't like to really cut them, so he doesn't add a lot of articulation. But the best thing about articulation is you can pose them better, you have more freedom and posability, and they don't feel like statues as opposed. They feel more like figures and not statues as opposed to figures. Excuse me. And I don't like that. I like figures. I don't care about statues unless it's something that it's cool, that it's cheap, and I can't get no other way, like a character that they only made in statue form, for example. So guys, that's about it. Big shout outs to IntroMediaGaming.com with Mr. 100 and my family over there. Big shout outs to Microbox FX, out down, across the sea in the UK with my boys Microbox, obviously, and Andy McKee and the Shermanator, and obviously Stephen Blight, aka Deploy. And big shout outs to my gaming group, Facebook group, which is the Infinite Rooms of the DX Mansion with my boy Dorian and Big D, and of course other great people at the DirectX minus the I don't have to mention any names. With Kaleidoscope, J Long 908, great people like Ghost Rider 720 or 730 rather, which I have big shout outs to him. I don't know how's he doing because I haven't really heard from him. He's been very busy with family, like we all have lives. And of course, with Flip Money, Mr. 100 again, Sega Forever, and E-Rock X, as you know. And of course, my friends that rock out with me on Xbox Live all the time, like Master Chief and Sir Merkham and Black Spartan and Tuck Master and so many wonderful people like Big Kahunas. Big shout outs to him as well. Haven't heard from him in a long time, but big shout outs to him. And people, like Queen Hawk. The point is, so many wonderful people that share the same passion and give me support on my channel. So it's nice to shout them out from time to time. Like now, Sega Man, go check out his channel, give him some support. The guy is a retro gamer like myself. He loves this stuff and he knows his stuff. He's educated and knows his stuff. He's not a BSer. He doesn't, go around acting like something that he's not. Like a lot of people do in this stuff. And also, people like, of course, like, the Welch Gamer. A big shout outs to him, or Jesus, Poseidon Naru, Megatron, wonderful, wonderful human beings. Like I said, that show me a lot of love and a lot of support through the years, and still do. Guys, nice to be back. Like I said, I'll probably do a playthrough tonight with Zert with J Long if he's available. And I hope you guys enjoy the video. Like, comment, share it if you like, or if you can, with others, because it brings more traffic to my channel and more subscribers, hopefully, for the future. And if you like my content, it means a lot to me. And if you subscribe, you become part of my family. Because nobody out here I know that watches this and supports my channel has to. It's not, you don't have to. It's a choice. It's showing that you love and showing courtesy. So thanks, guys. Hopefully, I'll be back with something soon. Stay tuned, rock out, Xbox for life, like a sickness that can't be cured, people. That's my saying. That's my slogan. Don't be triggered, people. It's just gaming. Peace out, guys. Love you.